Hey guys, it's Jason, and this is going to be a retro build log for the old MPC Laser Warriors Phantom Intruder. Now, I've had two of these over my lifetime. The first one I had was back in 1983 when it was first released. Then I found it again sometime in my 20s, I think I was 21, at a place called The Hobbit in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Needless to say, both of those have disappeared. So I found this one on eBay for like $7, which is amazing because I've seen them for like $30 elsewhere. But this one, as you can see, the box is pretty beat up. There's some history to this. I can't remember off the top of my head right now because I'm making this video on the fly. But this was a line produced in Japan, kind of similar to Robotech, not really. But yeah, so let's see. And the original price in 1983, if you can believe it. Yeah, that's the original price back in 83. Don't know where the seller got this from, but I got it for $7. It's pretty beat up as far as the box goes. Yeah, it's seen better days. MPC number 1-2306. It's a golden opportunity kit. Those of you old enough to remember what those are. Anyway, so this is what it's supposed to look like. Yeah, features include fully posable arms and legs, removable handheld cannon, changes from interceptor to battlestalker, full color decals. Molded in dark gray, finished model, 5 3/4 inch long, 4 1/4 inch wide, and 3 by 5/8 inches tall. Model changes from interceptor to battlestalker, cement required, paint and cement not included. Yeah. So anyway. So the dreaded Phantom Intruder ravages the galaxy for the evil deep sky destructors. Changing from an interceptor to a land-walking battlestalker, the Phantom uses a handheld laser cannon and wing-mounted cannon. I don't ever remember there being a wing-mounted cannon. But yeah, copyright 1984. So this one's probably the second run. So what I remember of this was it's a fairly crappy kit. Hold on, let me get rid of some of this stuff here. Let me show you the model itself. So yeah, here's the decals. The original decals, they are yellowed. I might use the shark mouth on it. Some of the other ones, not really sure. Depends, because yeah, these are ancient. It's the original, so I don't know how they'll come out. I've heard that once they're yellowed, they're not good anymore. So anyway, so here's the kit. It's already opened up. Get this box out of the way here. Sorry for the shaky camera, but you know how it is. Let me pause. Alright, so here's the sprue 1, main fuselage, and these are pre-polycaps, guys. Okay, now you see this part right here? That's one of the hands. It's a claw. I never ever liked that. There's obviously the forearms, some connections. The pilot, oops, sorry. Pilot actually had some pretty decent detail for the time, which was surprising. I wish I would focus a little bit better on him. It's trying, but it's not going to. Well, maybe if I put it down here. Yep, there you go. The pilot is pretty decent. Okay, so you got that. Those round parts, those are actually where polycaps would go normally. It's the joint and the cockpit. The cockpit is not very detailed at all. There is no flight stick in there. All right, let's see. And of course, here's the wings. The other hand, classic 80s big hand. Some other parts, wings. I believe these were part of the feet, the jet exhaust. And of course the leg part. And there's the hand cannon. Not much of a cannon. Now I remember distinctly on both of the ones I had as a kid, this part in particular, the gun, the barrel would melt whenever I used Tester's glue or crazy glue. I don't know why, but it just started melting. So yeah, 20-something, 30-something plus years later, now that I've got a little bit more knowledge when it comes to this type of stuff, I'm going to do a lot of prep work for it and get it cleaned up. So anyway, so there's that. But yeah, I hate those hands. I am going to be using some good old Kotobukiya modeling support goods. I forgot what these are. I think these are the wild hands. They should fit in there. Love these things. Here you go. So I believe they're called wild hands. I just think they'll look better on there. Yep, hand unit wild hand. That's what it is. And I've got extra weapons, so I'll be using extra weapons. But yeah, as far as the kit goes, like I said, it's from another line from Japan. These were the rest of the kits in there. Cyberhawk, Laser Fox, Harrier Beam Rider, Dredge, Sky Viper. You can find some of these on eBay. I know I've seen the Sky Viper and I believe the Cyberhawk on there, but under the original Japanese name. I've never seen the Laser Fox or the Harrier or the Dredge available anywhere. And the Harrier doesn't look that great to begin with, so I probably would pass on that anyway. The Sky Viper, Dredge, Laser Fox, and Cyberhawk, I would look for if I had the money and the time. But it's really hard to even find reference photos of these things, of these models having been made. I've seen some advertisements, but I've never seen anybody who's actually made them. And I do recall about 3 or 4 years ago when I was trying to find one, somebody on a forum, I can't remember what forum it was looking to do a total restoration kit of it by replacing the joints with polycaps and all that. I have never seen anything else about it. And there's your painting guide, a real simple painting guide. Black, silver, red. That's it. Of course, I won't be painting it those colors. And if anybody needs the instructions, here you go. Just pause the video and you've got your instructions, if you happen to have one. It's a pretty simple kit, but it's an 80s kit. So just remember, modeling, scale models weren't the greatest back then. We've been spoiled by Bandai. Quite honestly, we have been spoiled by Bandai. But yeah, there you go. That's all the instructions. And the lack of really detailed decals. But they're there. Remember, this is not a Valkyrie. But I do kind of like its Gerwalk mode. Jet mode, not so much. Gerwalk looks great. Alright guys, well anyway, like I said, I'll be doing a build log on this. Basically, it'll follow much like my X-Wing build log, where not necessarily step by step, but each stage I do, where I'll tell you where there were any problems, if any, which, if I remember right, there really aren't too many, because, like I said, back in 83, 84, I put this thing together without my parents' help, and it came out pretty decently. For a kid doing it back then who didn't know anything about modeling putty or gap putty or anything like that. One thing I also want to mention, if you see the cockpit right there, it is open air. There is no plastic canopy for it. I do not have the skill nor the knowledge on how to make a clear canopy. If anybody out there does, please let me know. If you can direct me to a link, I would greatly appreciate it. Or if you know of one that I can basically kit bash in order to make one, let me know, please. I would really appreciate it. Anyway, I got to get ready for work, so have a good one, guys. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think of this. What's your experience with this Laser Warrior kit, the Phantom Intruder? All right, take it easy. Have a good one. Later.